In this video, I am going to talk about. Hold on, do I have the right camera? Recording? Yeah, looks about right. Okay, I do. I do have the right camera on. Right video camera. Sometimes they have the panoramic or some slow motion stuff going on, and I accidentally pushed the wrong one. But let's get right to it. In this video, I'm going to talk about a quote that will help us manifest. And then I'll go over a second quote that kind of goes deeper into the quote. All right. So let's get started. Make sure you're ready to learn and apply, because without applying, you don't get shit. All right. Quote: results must testify to our imagining, or we really are not imagining the end at all. To get anything, you must see the end or have an intention that has the end, okay? I have to write this down, because that was epic. So when I say see the end, I mean imagine. Because you could be blind and still manifest through your other senses: hear, taste, touch, smell. There's a story that Neville Goddard talks about a woman who manifested getting car rides to work. She was blind. And the reason she wanted to manifest car rides was because her bus had rerouted and it would take her a few hours to get to work. Okay? Because there was construction or some other reason it had to reroute. And I recently manifested this too. I wrote about it on Medium, and I think I made a video about it, a really short video. She sat down. She found herself sitting in a car. She knew she was going to work. She smelled the gasoline. She spoke to the guy. When she got to work, she said thank you. The guy said my pleasure, and then it manifested a couple of days later. For me, same thing. I sat down in the car and I'm like, yes, I got this free car ride. Yes, sir. Like, I was feeling like I already had it. And I felt it. I felt the car ride. I'm like, yeah, I was sitting down. There's a difference between sitting down in a business chair, right? Little chair, like it's kind of small. It has little handles, and you're working. This one I was like relaxed, like, oh yeah, kind of like on this couch. And it happened. That one happened for me nearly instantly, okay, because I was in the end, okay. I could have saw myself or imagined myself stepping into my home, getting home, and telling myself, oh, I got a free car ride. That also works. So you can see yourself with it or in the process of having it, okay? And this is why the intention part is very important. When I was incarcerated and I manifested going to college, my intention was to graduate from college and have good grades, okay? So I never saw myself with a diploma or saw a diploma on the wall. People have manifested that way though. What I saw myself doing was walking on campus, or I saw myself in the classroom and I felt successful, okay? Because that was my intention. My intention was to be very successful, okay? So in my imagination, when I closed my eyes, I felt successful. So that was my intention, to have a successful college experience or career. I didn't even say career, but that was my intention, was to be successful in college. Very simple. Be successful in college. Okay? You can do this with anything else that you want. You can be successful in an intimate relationship with a fit baddie, or in an intimate relationship with whatever type of person that you like. Punk rocker, band, high roxer, bodybuilder, I don't know, type of person, you know? Everybody has their own type of thing, you know? Like, for example, when people are close around me, my sister Syra, she is more of a family person. She's always taking care of my nephew and always with my sister. So her intention or her experience is more of a family-oriented person outside of her general work. For me, I do sales, and outside of my job, like that general work that I do, is fitness for positive mindset and manifesting, right? Being in high frequency and teaching manifesting, okay? Not only just do it, but also teach it. So I'm in an alignment, right? Because if my sister would be teaching this, like, you'd be like, you don't even manifest, right? If I would talk about fitness and then the person is not in shape, we're like, bro, but you don't even work out. You don't even have muscles, you know? How are you gonna teach? Like, it's not in alignment. But I don't know why I said that, but everyone has their own thing. So you can choose your own thing in love and life and whatever. I don't know how I start talking about just specificalities. Is that even a word? All right. So have an intention. My intention is to have a successful relationship with a fit baddie or this type of person. All right. You already have the relationship is what I'm going to. You already have the relationship. Business or money. My intention is to be a successful business person. Not have a business. You already have the business. It's already there. Or the wise use of money. You already have money. My goal is to be wise in the use of my money. Or my intention is to duplicate my money. You already have money. So when you have money, your intention is to duplicate it. Okay. With health, my intention is to get stronger and faster. You're already strong and fast. Okay. But you could be really sick right now and not strong at all. But your intention is to be strong and fast. So you're already strong and fast. No, wait. It's supposed to be stronger and faster, right? Or if you're a champion, you want to be a champion. How to be a great champion. Your goal is how to be a great champion. You're already the champion. So when I was imagining being in college, I wasn't wanting to be in college. I was already in college. Okay. It's funny. Every time I make a video, there's a corn man fucking passing by. It is what it is. It's happening for me. You guys know that I'm a real person. You know, I'm not some guy in, I don't know. In LA, there's a bunch of corn men. I don't know if that's in different areas in the United States. They have corn men, corn women, honking the horn and selling corn on the cob. Elotes. I remember I had a girlfriend. I was like, let's go get a corn. And she's like, what do you mean, let's get a corn? Let's get an elote. I'm like, oh, an elote. And she's like, you're so whitewashed. I'm like, what? It's a corn, you know? I think I said corn on the cob, but I don't remember. I don't think I said corn on the cob, though. I don't know. But I digress. She was a fit baddie. I miss her. She was fun. She was cool. Next thing that I want to talk about. Yeah, see the end. You must see the end. Or intend a goal already having what you desire, right? Let me explain this again, just to get into your mind again. Talk about love. Let's say you want to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. So your goal would be to be a great boyfriend to a fit baddie, right? In my case, if I wanted to be a boyfriend, my intention, my goal would be how to be a great boyfriend to a fit baddie. I'm already a boyfriend. Okay, so let's talk about business, money, right? Let's say you don't have a business yet. So your goal would be how to be a great business person. How to be a great $1 million a day business person. So you already have it. And it's a very specific amount that you already have. But you're being great at that. Okay. Especially in big businesses, there's usually more than one person working. So you have to be great with people. So that would entail being great at social skills, at managing people, at logistics, when you plan events and things like that. Leadership takes a lot of effort, a lot of work. I think that's why when people say about relationships, it takes a lot of work, but it usually takes a lot of work for the man because the man's the one who's leading, who's leading, who's leading, who's leading, and the woman she's in an agreement with the man. You know, if she doesn't want to be with him, she could break up. You know, so there's two to tango, right? There's in a business, it's kind of like a marriage too in a relationship. They want to be there, they could be there if they want to, or they can quit, and then they have to follow the instruction and move and move and move. And the leader, the boss, or the owner is like, all right, no, you're going too fast, you're going too slow. Make a left, make a right. Make sure you have this. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Da 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 da. Right? Same thing. It's a relationship. One's business, one's intimate. But it takes work, and it takes a lot of work for the leader. The leader has to do a lot of work, and that's why they get paid more because the leader does more. It's a lot of work. Um, I'm just connecting these dots. And then for health, let's say you're bedridden right now, or you're very sick, you can't do the things that you want to do. So you tell yourself your intention or your goal is to be the healthiest brother that you can be, the healthiest father that you can be, right? Because this is things that you want to do, or the healthiest soccer player, maybe the healthiest business owner. Without help, you can't do none of this shit. You can't do the love, you can't do the business, you can't do anything because you're fucking bedridden. So be grateful for your fucking health. Focus on your fucking health. Be strong. Shit, I'm not fucking just talking shit. I have fucking muscles. I could fucking lift heavy as fuck. Okay? I could rep 225. Motherfuckers talk about like 225 is something heavy. Like, yeah, it is something heavy, yeah, honestly. So, I could probably lift you and your partner. But that's not my goal. My goal when I work out is to elevate my internal state. My goal when I work out is to elevate my internal state. Okay. Because I already have the muscle, I already have the aesthetics, and everything evolves. Everything evolves. You know, at first, this is something that Wes Watson talks about. He says everything starts infantile. Right? Infantile. It's like you want money just to buy maybe drugs, you know, maybe alcohol or the club. And then you're like, now I want to buy stuff for my family, my girlfriend, your relationship, your partner, your kids. Or now you want to give back to the library. You want to give back to animal charities, you know, or those animal organizations that help animals. And she's like, yeah, I want to make more money so I can help them. Yes. But when your first money journey was, you know, buy a pack of cigarettes or something like that. With the love, maybe just first you just wanted to have relations with a girl. Now you want to have a intimate relationship, you know, and like be a strong leader in an intimate relationship, or be a boyfriend in an exclusive relationship, or be a great husband in an exclusive relationship, right? So everything just evolves, and to each their own. So with health, yeah, how to be the healthiest brother. You know, why do you want your health? For me, the last time I got sick was in February. It was like 2 years ago. So we're February 2024. February 2024, I think it was when I got sick. February 2024, 25 just passed. 2026, yeah, February. That was when I was like bedridden. I did get sick when I joined CrossFit because I was working out every single day. I didn't get enough rest, and I felt like I had a sore throat or some shit. So I bought like medicine. I just slept, bought medicine. I didn't really work as hard or go to the gym. I think I stopped going to the gym for those days. I did go to the morning gym, which is my local gym, like my nearby gym. They're both local for me, but the closer one, I would just do like push-ups. I was like not doing heavy stuff, just like getting through my routine and stretching and stuff like that. But I knew the body had to relax, had to recover. Look at the word dis-ease. You're not at ease. What happens when you get sick? You get bedridden. You can't move. Why? Because your body needs to relax and rest. So the universe, nature, forces you to relax. And this is something that's very, very important. That even with manifesting, there's the work and there's the rest. There's the work and there's the rest. For me, usually Sundays are days of rest, but Saturdays kind of I start tapering it in. Like right now, I'm doing these videos. I'm going to make some sales calls. I'm gonna look at my my emails, see if they have any sales that I could possibly make. People reach out and tell me, "Hey, man, like help me out," right? So then I actually get on the phone with them, or text them, or send them a link. That's what I do. Another thing, yeah, that's how I would do the intention for health. I am the healthiest brother. Maybe you want to be with your family. You can't be with your family right now. So your goal is to be the healthiest person. So your intention when it comes to health is to be the healthiest person, the healthiest brother. Okay, so you're a brother already, but you're doing it. You're keeping your health up so you can be there with your family. Or you'd be the healthiest business owner. So you're staying healthy so you can be there for your business. Or be the healthiest husband or boyfriend. You want to be healthy so you can make love to your girl and be there and go out on dates versus you being in the fucking bed. And health has to do a lot with two things: happiness and physical activity. Because if you're happy, your body's going to be happy and it's going to be able to recover, not going to have diseases and things like that. And movement. If you can move, if you can lift, if you can bench 225, or no, just 100 pounds, just anything, you don't have to be as strong as me. I've been working out for like a decade, consistently, and tracking my meals and taking supplements for a decade. And I'm 35, so you're not going to be like me in one day to another. Maybe in a couple months you could get like me. It doesn't take that long for the body to acclimate and to really change and get stronger. It doesn't take long, Just takes a committed decision, okay, and see yourself at the end. See yourself at the end. All right. So that's how you would do it. Happiness can be found in a lot of ways. Happiness is just a byproduct, in my opinion. It's a byproduct of doing challenging things, giving back to others, following your passion, your purpose. That's what I meant by passion, is like fulfilling your purpose. All right. Yep. And then see yourself see yourself. Let me explain again about the end. And this is intentional. I'm repeating myself so it stays, or it goes into your subconscious mind. Repetition creates belief. You got to listen to this stuff over and over and over again so you get it. You see yourself in the end. Sometimes it's good to not see the problem. It's kind of like, that's why detachment is talked about. But it's really just getting yourself away from the problem. This is what Neville Goddard talks about when he says, close your eyes to the evidence of the senses. Go within, close your eyes, go within, relax, and see yourself with the thing that you desire. Okay? See yourself in possession of what you desire, or expressing what you desire to express in imagination by closing your eyes to the evidence of the senses. Okay? Because when you're seeing something, you're seeing the thing that you don't want to see, right? If it's something that's like very what's the word I want to use? Oh, there's a super white word I want to share, but English word, ubiquitous. It's so ubiquitous, It's like right there in your face. Let me know if I'm using the word wrong, but I think that's how you use it. So you close your eyes, or you go about your day, do something else, get away from it. I recently manifested my challenger being fixed. Nobody could fix it. Nobody could fix it. Not even the guys at Dodge. They were like, do this and do that, do that, do that. I'm like, all right, bro, a whole list, like a whole front page of things to do, and none of it worked. I'm like, damn. And then randomly, some guy comes up to my friend who's helping me fix the car, and he goes, I could hear him because I'm just sitting down there. I'm like right there, kind of like, I don't really want to talk to people because I'm in the problem. I'm physically, my eyes are open. I'm physically in the problem, and I'm like, dang. So it's kind of challenging. And so, and I'm talking positively in my mind, right? I'm not being negative. But I'm not as like, hey, what's up? You know, to everybody. I'm in the process of trying to fix this thing. I was like changing fuses. But when I heard this guy walk up to my friend and he's like, hey, I know of a mechanic. Here's his number, man. And he said, I think it's something electrical. And like, my friends are like, he was right there. He's like, he's all tired too. We were like, fuck. And he got the number and then he called the guy like, hey man, yeah, could you come check out this Dodge Challenger? We're over here. Here's the address. And then it was getting late. I'm like, when's the guy coming? He's like, I don't know. Call him. I called him. Hey man, when you coming? He's like, 2 hours from now. I think I'm gonna take 2 hours fixing this car right now. So over 2 hours. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Just let us know. All right, bye. And so I told my friend, hey man, he's gonna come in 2 hours. I'm just gonna go to work. I had to call the morning off. Cause I told him the manager where I work that I was taking my car to a mechanic. I thought Firestone would be able to pick it up, but they weren't able to pick it up. So I'm like, all right. So we're finding ways to take it, and we had run out of AAA towing. We're like, fuck, we're out of AAA. So everything happened for me. That eventually that electrical mechanic came and fixed the car. Okay, he fixed the car, and it happened when I was away. I wasn't looking at the problem. I was away. I was working. I forgot about it. And then I got a phone call and I was like, picked it up and like, hey, it's gonna be this much. Wooty woo. They fixed it because it had wooty woo. And I'm like, all right, cool, feed him, man. You know, I sent the money, wooty woo. Talked to the guy, said thank you, and that was it. That's how usually things happen when you're detached. And I recently manifested not giving a fuck because I could have just got an Uber during this time, right? I didn't have the car. I think I had my Challenger for a week, more or less, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take an Uber because I had so many things. I had bags and had a scooter, electrical scooter with me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need a trunk. I don't want to be walking to the bus with these big ass bags and a scooter. That's a lot of stuff. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna manifest this shit. So I closed my eyes and I pictured myself in a car, like getting a car ride. I'm like, yeah, I got a car ride. I'm like, nah. Then I let it go and I kept on working into the night. And I get a text from my sister. Hey, I saw that you texted me that you wanted a car ride. Do you still need it? I'm like, yeah. Here's the address. Come pick me up. I sent her that message hours ago, and if I didn't imagine it, she probably would have read it and like, oh, maybe it's late. He doesn't need the ride. Oh man, who cares? F my brother, you know. Who knows what would have happened, but because I was holding that imaginal action, you know, I saw it and then let it go. Allowed it to come. When you really, really want something, it's because you don't have it. You gotta kind of like just see yourself with it. Yes, I got it, and let it go and go on about your day. Get in a flow state. Go work out. Go do something. Kind of get away from it. Detach from it. Unless you get a hunch to do something, then do it. But with my Challenger, I don't know how to fix it. So what the hell am I gonna do? You know, with the car ride, I kind of just let it go. Like I didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So I'm like, I'm just going about my day, just present. Working, making sales calls, you know, that's how you gotta do it. That's how you have to do it with all your desires. See yourself with it, and then let it go. Just because of fuck, let it go. We think we're taking action consciously, but everything is automatic. Everything is automatic. Let me share an example of how everything's automatic. I didn't have a belief that I could do a muscle up. I didn't have the program yet in my mind. So I was trying to do muscle ups at the park for a long time. I'm like, dang, I can't do it. I was getting frustrated, angry. And then I saw myself I was like, all right, stop, Miguel. Imagine yourself already done. Imagine it already done. So I closed my eyes, imagine myself at the top of the bar doing dips. Because when you're at the top of the bar, you can do dips. So I was at the top of the bar doing dips. And then I attempted muscle ups again. The first try, whoop, got to the top. Coincidence? Hell no. And I felt different when I tried it after imagining. I felt relaxed. I didn't feel anything. I told myself, how do I feel now that I did a muscle up? Because after I opened my eyes, I asked myself that. I did the affirmation. I'm like, nothing. But that was key because prior, I was angry. I was frustrated. So everything that we're doing in our mind is creating that program, or you could call it that spiritual prototype. And that program or that spiritual prototype gets reflected onto time and space. Everything you see outside of you is a reflection. It's everything that you saw yourself with. So see yourself with it. Focus on the end, okay? Because if you don't see the end, you don't see yourself with it physically, it's because you're not focusing on the end. Focus on the end, and when you focus on the end, you feel satisfied, okay? That you already have it. Like this shirt, I'm not like, where's the shirt at? Where's the shirt at? Where's the shirt at? Where's the shirt at? I have the shirt. So in imagination, whatever it is that you have it already. You have it. It's done. Go on about your day. Or if you get that little hunch, do it. Even if you get the little hunch, it's really automatic. It's really automatic. Like again, going back to the muscle up, I automatically did it because I had the program. I had the imaginal action already done. So let me share the quote again, and then I'm gonna go into the other quotes that come in right after it because it kind of goes a little bit more in depth. Quote, results must testify to our imagining, or we really are not imagining the end at all. A little further down. To live wisely, we must be aware of our imaginal activities, or at any rate, of the end which they are tending. We must see to it that it is the end we desire. Wise imagining identifies itself only with such activities that are of value or promise well. However much man seems to be dealing with a material world, he is actually living in a world of imagination. When he discovers that it is not the physical world of facts, but imaginal activities which shape his life, then the physical world will no longer be the reality, and the world of imagination no longer the dream. End quote. So we must live in reverse, okay, so to speak, because when we are small, we think the physical world is real. We think the physical world is what's only real. No, it is a reflection of the inner reality, which is real. The dream is real. The dream is real, and the dream gets reflected onto physical reality. Okay, now I'll show this part again. Quote, however much man seems to be dealing with a material world, he is actually living in a world of imagination. Okay, we're living in a world of imagination. Everything is imagination. Everything is you pushed out. You and God are one. Everything is God. God is imagination. Who operates imagination? You operate imagination. Okay, in your reality, everything is possible. Anything that you truly want is possible. You are the operant power. Okay, and I like this explanation. There's somebody who I follow on Medium. Her name is Missy something. And she wrote an article about a specific person, and we talked about the quote in the Bible about infinite states. There are infinite states, and whenever you see yourself with a specific person, you have got into that dimension or that state where you're with that person. So there's infinite states for anyone that you want. And in their experience, they're manifesting you too. Because they have to have an idea of how they did it, of how they got to you. They have to have a reason, a logical reason for being with you. If they know manifesting, then they'll know the reason. If they don't know manifesting, they'll have a logical, material reason. But everything is imagination. Okay. If it weren't for imagination, we would not have cell phones, cars, airplanes, all the technology that's, made by human imagination would not be here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you really like this one. Imagine yourself with what you desire, and then let it go. Okay, and then let it go. Really, really imagine it. See yourself in first person point of view. Run the scene. Make it like 5-10 seconds. Run the scene over and 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 over again. Sometimes the imaginal scenes don't come out like you want them. I want to show you a little story real quick, so that you're not stuck in the way it'll happen. There's this story that Neville Goddard shares about a man who manifested around $36,000 back in those times. So that's probably like 3 million or more, maybe, compared to how we spend today. He saw himself going to banks, right? He has 2 banks. So in one bank, he saw a certain amount of money. I think it was like 15, another one 15. And then he won like 6,000 at a gambling, right? Gambling. He was gambling on horses. A couple of months passed by, or a month or so. And he goes to the horse track to gamble. He ends up winning that money, which is $36,000, all in the gambling. Okay, all in the gambling. See his imaginal act. During his imaginal act, he didn't see himself winning $36,000. In his imaginal act, he actually saw himself going to one bank. He saw like around like 1/3 of the money there. He went to a second bank, saw 1/3 of the money there. When he asked for like the amount of money that he had, and then the third scene, he had won, I think about like $11,000. So he made like stacks of 11, of 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. But he didn't do none of that. He just got a check. That's how stuff happens sometimes. Okay, so really feel the wish, feel the way you really desire. You can ask yourself, why do I really want this? Maybe you want freedom, for money. For me, it's freedom, being able to move and do things that I really want to do. Freedom, feel relief, not stress, relief, love, right? Connection, intimacy, feeling loved. I just want to feel loved. Like when I think about this person, I just want to feel loved. I want to kiss her. I want to hug her. I want to feel loved, and then when I really started thinking about it, like, oh, it's just love. And you just feel the love, feel loved already. Health. You want to be able to do things, like move about, move around, feel good. That's why you want health. You just want to feel good. And so just feel good now, right? Feel the freedom, feel the love, feel the joy and the goodness now. Okay, that's why in the movie The Secret says just be happy, feel good, and then you start getting things, right? But again, you do need to have intentions. Be the best boyfriend, be the best business person, be the healthiest brother, be the healthiest business person. See the end, have the intention of already having the end, have an intention there, and it'll all show up. I promise you. If you want more info, more details, more reading on this, I have written books. So click the description below, click the author's link, and you'll find books there on manifesting, on health, on sales, on self-love, what have you. The topics that I talk about. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can get more videos like this. Peace!